Neville was walking to the greenhouse with a small plant in his hand. Professor Sprout allowed him to take it to observe it more throughout the day, and boy, has he learned so much. Neville couldn't take his hands off his little magical plant, noticing every petal and thinking of its specialties. He was so distracted, so much so that Crab and Goyle decided to knock his joyful expression by tripping him and pushing him hard to ensure that he fell. Neville fell along with his plant, and its soil falling everywhere. The two awful boys walked away laughing. Neville quickly got on his knees and attempted to pick up as much soil as he quickly can. No, why always me? Neville questioned himself and fought hard to not shed a tear from his frustration. Neville then noticed a pair of hands enter his view, and when he looked up, he saw you. You were to focus on trying to help Neville pick up the soil, to notice him stopping in mid-action and just staring at you. Once you managed to pick up all the soil, you clapped your hands clean and locked eyes with Neville. Oh, no need to worry. I wanted to help. Neville focused back on reality. Oh, thank you. Really. He grabbed his plant and quickly got up on his feet. You got up along with him and wiped the soil from your skirt. You chuckled a little bit. It was no problem. Those two boys really are some assholes. They need to be hexed, I'm telling you. You looked down the hallway where the two went and glared, but quickly went soft as you looked back at Neville. I like your plant, by the way. It looks really pretty. Well, see you around. You smiled at Neville and walked to the Great Hall. Neville was too mesmerized to let out any words, and he just stayed staring at you, watching you leave him to his thoughts. Neville shook his hair once more to wake himself up from his swooning and started to walk towards the greenhouse so he can run back to the Grand Hall. Neville awkwardly walked to his Gryffindor table, observing every table to see if he could find you. He sat down again, went back to his search, and eventually found you sitting at your house table. Godric, they're beautiful. Neville was now able to look at you from a distance in a discreet way, or so he thought. Neville, man, if you keep staring at pretty old Ellen, you might scare them away. Seamus hardly tapped Neville on his back, advising him. I wasn't staring. Neville pouted but tried not to look at Seamus in the eyes, for he is good at knowing when he lies. Sure, you won't, and I'm not a bloody wizard. Seamus laughed out. Neville felt embarrassed, not only that he was caught smitten, but that you had also caught Seamus' eyes. Neville didn't have a chance against any bloody boy, especially since they were in his exact shoes. Seamus interrupted before Neville could go down the rabbit hole of bringing himself down. To be honest, Neville, it ain't going to do any good for you just staring. You have to actually do something to get with them, Seamus said. Well, I don't know how else to talk to Ellen. I don't know them very well or have... Seamus pulled Neville out of his seat before he could finish. Come on, Neville. I've got a plan. Seamus sounded excited, pulling Neville throughout the Great Hall and outside of it. Seamus, what are you doing? Neville tried to ask him, but then Seamus pushed him hard enough, making him bump into someone and dropping however it was along with their books. Neville started to apologize and was met with your eyes once more. You looked annoyed at first, but when you saw Neville, your eyes went soft. Oh, hello again. I find it very funny. Every time we encounter each other, we're both pushed down to the floor. You giggled and tried to pick yourself up. Neville quickly held out his hand for you, and you hesitantly accepted. He pulled you up and quickly went to pick up all your books. Thank you. You stared, but held out so he could introduce himself. Neville had to shake his head again to bring himself back to focus. Neville Longbottom. He smiled. Neville Longbottom. Thank you. He smiled and lingered a bit. Even though Neville was the one who was falling hard, you two were hoping that you could talk to him more. You felt a little discouraged as he said nothing more. You frowned slightly. Well, hopefully we can see each other again. Maybe not on the floor next time. You smiled and started to walk away. We can see each other again soon, if you want, Neville blurted out, making you halt and face him again. I promise I won't push you down again, and I won't encounter you on the floor. He was rubbing the back of his neck, avoiding eye contact so you wouldn't see how extremely nervous you felt. I'd actually like that, you giggled. Maybe the greenhouse later today after class. I would love to learn more about the plants you're tending to. You squished your books to your chest to contain your fluttering heart. Brilliant! Neville smiled. You smiled back and walked away. Hey guys, Strawberry Bone over here. I hope you liked the video. This was a Neville X listener, as you could tell, and I've been wanting to read this one for a really long time, so I finally did it. And I know someone, I don't remember the name right now, asked for Robin from Stranger Things as listener. I don't really watch that type of series, but I actually found one. I hope you really liked it, and that's actually going to be the next video. This was posted first because he was first in the list, but yeah, that one is coming soon, I promise, to that person who asked for that character. I hope y'all liked it, this video, and I hope you liked the next one. I forgot what I was going to say, so I'm gonna end it up here. Oh, this actually was so long to record. I was interrupted so many times I wanted to cry. But yeah, I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed my suffering. And yeah, like if you like the video, comment any character if you want, and subscribe if you want more. Love you all and stay safe.